Hey everyone, it's Riley. Thanks for coming back and watching another episode of My First Year on T. This week we are talking about toxic masculinity. I'm not really into people apologizing for why their video is late. I'm usually pretty good about getting my videos on my day, but I've had the craziest 48 hours. And I've also been without Wi-Fi in those 48 hours, so I didn't have any time to record a video. I have found it really hard to get these videos out while I've been traveling. Everything is super inconsistent, and I've been going through a lot of stressful situations at times. With that all being said, I also wasn't really sure what I wanted to say on this topic, so I spent a lot of time just thinking, because I don't want to give you anything that isn't interesting and isn't something that I'm not going to just make something up for a video. Like, I want to share something with you that's important, but I think I have a few points that I can share on this topic now. I actually made a video about toxic masculinity for a collab channel that I was a part of. It is called Paper Boys, but I did that about a year ago when I was on that channel, so I'm going to put that video below. I think I might have actually been wearing this shirt, but it's just interesting to hear what I sounded like. For one, it's like killing my ears, but for two, just what I had to say a year ago versus now. When I was back in Kansas, I was working for a landscape company for a while, and at that job I encountered quite a bit of toxic masculinity. It wasn't necessarily because I was being bred as a guy. We had a few girls that worked with our company as well, but it was the first time I worked for a company that was, for one, mostly men, and kind of like, a stereotypical male field. Obviously, I think women can be landscapers, but I think when you're in that field, toxic masculinity may happen more. Some of the things that bothered me mostly was that a few of the guys would call each other fruits, and I kind of thought, like, what is a fruit? Like, I'm pretty sure that's like an old slang term for being gay, and I just thought that was like really outdated. And I heard a few of them say like, oh wow, that's really gay, or I think one of them was saying like, oh, you're such a fruit, and the other one said, oh, well, you're the one that likes the color purple, or like just something that was just so ridiculous and stupid. I think a few other times I was with the group and there might have been something said, like I remember one of my managers said, oh, you guys need to get to work and stop watching porn, or something like that. And a lot of times, I can't lie, I didn't say anything, but sometimes I did, because I'm not going to just let people say those things, even if I'm a new employee and I don't know the people well. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I just wanted to say that I sometimes did encounter it there, but I don't think I normally encounter toxic masculinity. And I don't think I encounter it any more now that I'm on T than when I was before. I think once I'm passing more, maybe I'll notice it more then. But for now, I don't really hang out or associate myself with people that normally have toxically masculine traits. One thing that I did think was worth sharing, and it's kind of a little bit off topic, but it also is on topic, is that when I was in this park about 2 days ago, before all the crazy stuff happened, I was sitting with my partner on a bench, and we had all of our backpacks with us, all of our stuff, because we were waiting for someone to pick us up. And we were there for like 4 hours. It was a long time. And towards the end, these 3 men approached us and were kind of staring at us and started speaking in Portuguese. I'm in Portugal, if you didn't already know. And we didn't really know what they were saying, but they started then speaking in English, and they just started asking us questions like, what's your name, where are you from, like, what are you doing here? And both my partner and I are reading books, and we're not making eye contact with them. I never really looked up from my book because I just didn't want to talk to whoever these people were anyway. but my partner kind of just said like her name, where she was from, just like little things to tide them over, you know, but to also say, we're not interested in talking to you. And honestly, I started getting really nervous because I had like my laptop out, I had all of my bags, in myself, and my girlfriend is sitting there, and there's these three guys that I don't know. I'm in a city that I've never been to, a country that I know no one. And yeah, we both started getting just a bit fearful, and eventually they, started giggling, and one of them said, "Oh, my friend wants to talk to you, but he can't speak English." And I don't know if that was because he was trying to hit on my girlfriend or what, but eventually they went away, and I just like this huge sigh of relief went away. And that wasn't because I was annoyed. I mean, I was annoyed, but it was more that I was scared. And recently there was something that happened in Melbourne, which is where I used to live, and that was that a woman, a 22-year-old woman, was raped and murdered by a 19-year-old guy on her way home from a comedy gig that she was in. It brought up a lot of emotions for me and discussion, and it made me realize that that's something that I'm not as worried about anymore. I dress masculine, present more masculine now, and that means that I don't usually fear men walking past me at night and men in certain situations, because I figure that they're not going to be interested in me for something like that to happen. I feel really terrible saying it like that. I don't know if that's skewed, but I think that shows how vulnerable women can be. And my girlfriend told me this quote, and she said, "Men are most afraid of women laughing at them, and women are most afraid of men killing them." That was not a quote she made up, it was a quote from someone that I can't remember right now. But I think that just all ties in with toxic masculinity, and how every time something like that happens, or every time there's a school shooting, it's always a guy. And I mean, we have to question, why is that? Is it the testosterone? Because, I'm on testosterone now, and those thoughts have never come to my mind. Or is it how we're raising men? Is it the culture of men? Is it these men that don't feel they fit into society, so they bother other people? Where is all of that coming from? And I don't have answers, but I guess I just thought that was interesting, kind of seeing it from a female's point of view as well as a male's point of view. I don't know if any of that made sense. These are just my random thoughts. I actually just woke up, but I figured this was a good time to make a video. Be interested to hear what other people have to say about what I said, or just toxic masculinity in general. So leave a comment if you want, and thank you so much for watching. Like always, I will catch you all next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye.